everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will show you how I have set up my budget for January. As you will see, the way I'm doing my budget is very different from how I was doing it at the beginning of 2024. Since October, I decided to try something new. I have been using Velocity Banking in order to pay my mortgage faster. I was behind on my mortgage payment due to the increase in the interest rate that I have to pay, and I was getting worried of not being able to reach the mortgage amount that I was supposed to have been paying once I have to renew my mortgage in July. So I decided to use some of the money that I have on a personal line of credit and apply that to a mortgage. When I first did it in October, I applied $5,000. I was able to pay that off, I think, at the beginning of November. So at the end of December, I decided to apply another $5,000. What I've been doing also is automating most of my payment, so I don't have to go in my bank account every time I get paid and do multiple transactions. And I also have been using my credit cards for most of my bills and also to purchase my groceries and for any transportation that I have. When you're going to see my budget, you'll see that I don't have a car payment or car insurance to pay anymore. My car was total at the end of November. Someone ran into my car while it was parked, so thankfully no one was injured, but I no longer have a car, so I don't have a car payment at the moment. Hopefully, I will be able to purchase a new car by the end of January. So that's going to be another thing that's going to have to be added, I guess, in my February budget. So the way that I'm doing my Velocity banking, I had to change a few things. So maybe the first thing that I'll do is just show you how I'm planning to spend my money for the month. So I decide to use different colors to have the different categories so I can figure where the money is, where it has to go. So the first category I have is cash amount or transfers that I have to make. So I'm going to put that in green. Usually I have my son's allowance that I transfer them at the beginning of the month. So that's $160. So $100 for my oldest and $60 for my youngest. Then I have money that I put aside for me. I always take $200 every month to set aside in case I need to buy some personal items or if I want to treat myself, go on a vacation at the spa, go to a hair salon appointment, anything like that. Then I have a house sinking fund that I have of $100 a month, just in case I need to make any small repairs. I want to have something set aside for that, so I leave that in cash. Then I have to pay for hydro, and I'm not able to pay that with the credit card, so I leave that amount in my bank account. So that's $200. And same thing for the water. I have to pay $20. I could put that on automated payment, but I decided not to. The next thing I keep in my bank account is my other category. So usually that's house supply, like toilet paper or any cleaning supplies. So I leave $100 a month for that. Then I have to pay for my son's school, so I leave that in the bank account. That's around $410. And then I have fast food also that for January I decided to leave in a bank account. So that's $200 a month that I put in here. And then the next category I have is what's going to go on my credit card. I'm getting these expenses from my bill tracker that I was using in 2024. Most of my bills are the same, so I don't have anything to change in here. So that's where I pulled all the bills from and all my payments from. So on the credit card, I have to pay my son's cell phone. So that's $50. I have to pay my cell phone. That's $40. Then I have to pay my kids' transportation, like the bus. So I put aside pretty much $100 on the credit card every month for that. Then I have a gym membership of around $25. I always use round numbers instead of the exact amount. It makes it easier for me. Then I have the internet that is only $30. That's going now on the credit card. And then I have food, so that's my groceries. I try to only take $700 a month for groceries, so that's about $175 every week. And then even though I don't have a car at the moment, I still need money for transportation, so I put the gas money that I would usually set aside for to put in the car, so that was $250, so that's what I keep for transportation. Then the next thing I'm trying to consider is all the payments that are already being deducted from my bank account. So that's bills, and most of them, pretty much all of them, are taken from the same bank account. So I have my mortgage. Now my mortgage, I pay it every 2 weeks, and that's $760 every 2 weeks. Then I have my home insurance. That's $130. Sorry if you can hear my dog crying. My son just went out, so every time the kids go out, she starts crying. So that's her. So that's her insurance, $20 for her. That's being taken directly from my bank account. And then I have a registered educational savings plan for the kids. So that's, hey guys, can you believe that it's actually been more than 24 hours since I did that last shot? Sorry about that. So I'm just gonna continue with how I do my budget. So I was saying that now I was looking at the bills that are automatically coming out of one account. So I have my mortgage, home insurance, dog insurance, and I'm still contributing to my kids' registered educational savings plan. And on top of that, I'm putting $40 for my son's godsons. So now I'm putting in $240 total. And the last thing that's coming out of that account is my credit card payment. So usually I don't know it when I do my budget at the end, well, for the following month. So when I get my credit card bill, that's when I put it in. Usually it should be around my total number that I have on my credit card, but since the last few months it has never been that exact amount. As you know, we put a lot of things on the credit card, and even though I have these listed, I do have some additional expenses that come out of there. So then the next thing that I do is estimate what my income would be for the month. So my January 1st paycheck was actually available on the 31st of December, since the 1st was a holiday. So for that, I'll round it to $2,200. I got my paycheck this week on I think it was the 15th that I got my pay. And as I said, now I'm down to $2,000, and I'm gonna get paid again on the 29th, so that's going to be another $2,000. And I forgot, on the 20th, I also have my Canada child tax benefit. That's $700. That's coming in, and I usually have a payment at the end of the month. That's $150. So I'm just gonna go and total everything, make sure I have enough income to cover all of these expenses. Okay, so now that everything has been calculated, what I would do is make sure that I do have sufficient income to cover all the expenses. I know that this month I will, since I'm getting this large payment of $1,500, and also it's a magic month, so I'm getting 3 paychecks. So I know that I want to apply at least $1,000 of those to pay down my personal line of credit. So I should be putting around $2,500 for the personal line of credit. So that's one of my goals for January. So now I'm going to show you what I now do with my new budget planner. Okay, so this is how I set up my planner for January. I put on the top my top financial goal for the month. So I want to get 100K in my side hustle. I want to buy a car that's on budget, and I want to pay down $2,500 to my personal line of credit. I put down the days that I'm receiving money, my paydays, when I have to pay my credit cards, when my mortgage is due. So that's pretty much how I set up my calendar for the month.